Hello, I'm Diana Brown and welcome to my creature feature on the Hawaiian monk seal. The Hawaiian monk seal is one of the most endangered marine mammals in the world. With a population declining at 4% a year, there are many causes that contribute to their unfortunate situation. They were hunted to near extinction in the late 1800s and are often victims of entanglements. The food supply they require is changing due to oceanic pressures, and they are losing their terrestrial habitat because of human impacts. Their lack of genetic diversity leaves them exceptionally susceptible to harm, however. The lack of genetic diversity in the Hawaiian monk seals is potentially the most harmful component of their endangerment due to its ability to make them more vulnerable to other threats. Disease and inability to adapt to various environmental conditions become larger issues in an already dwindling population of 1,427 members when viewed in the light of their lack of genetic diversity. The Hawaiian monk seal reaches about 7.5 feet and 600 pounds when full grown. When born, they are fully black and molt to their true coloring after 1 month. Yearly, after molting, they boast of a silvery gray back and a cream underside. These colors that exhibit countershading fade to brown and yellow over time. Often, red and green spots can appear on their coat due to algae growth. The monk seal is the most primitive of all phocids. Its anatomical features prove it to be most similar to fossils found from 14 to 16 million years ago. Within the 3 species of monk seals, Mediterranean, Caribbean, and Hawaiian, there is a morphological and molecular divergence. The difference between the Mediterranean monk seal and the Hawaiian and Caribbean monk seals is so strong that the two have been placed in a new genus, Neomonachus. Since the Caribbean monk seal has been deemed extinct, this leaves the Hawaiian monk seal as the sole member of this genus. For the Hawaiian monk seal in particular, there is an abnormally low genetic diversity even prior to human impact. There is also no significant signs of inbreeding or population structure. The geographic range of the Hawaiian monk seal is small since the species is non-migratory. They are located throughout the Hawaiian archipelago and make up 9 total subpopulations. The northwestern Hawaiian Islands hold 8 subpopulations, while the main Hawaiian Islands are home to 1 subpopulation. In total, Hawaii offers 1,693 kilometers of coastline for the Hawaiian monk seal to inhabit. There are 6 major mating sites, including Q Atoll, Midway Atoll, Pearl and Hermes Reef, Lisiask Island, Laysan Island, and the French Frigate Shoals. The geographic ranges for many marine mammals would be shown on a global map, whereas the Hawaiian monk seal's geographic range consists of 1 state. Behaviorally, the Hawaiian monk seal is predominantly solitary. The only contact between 2 seals occurs between a mother and a pup usually. The generation time is about 15 years, and females begin birthing anywhere from 4 to 10 years, and most pups are born in the spring months. Mating is conducted on substrates such as sandy beaches, coral, and volcanic rock. The ideal place for pupping for the Hawaiian monk seal is a shallow sandy beach. Due to their non-migratory lifestyles, the Hawaiian monk seal will normally stay in the same atoll or island where it was born. Only 10% of the population will travel either temporarily or permanently to another location. The Hawaiian monk seal will only travel as far as 500 kilometers to find eels, cephalopods, and crustaceans from coral reefs to feed on. The threats to Hawaiian monk seals are many and diverse. The genesis of most of these threats is anthropogenic, especially fisheries. Changes in the amount of food available negatively impact populations of the Hawaiian monk seals. This can occur due to oceanic changes, competition, and the long-term effects of overfishing. Entanglements also plague the Hawaiian monk seal and are the product of fisheries. Loss of terrestrial habitat due to human expansion is also responsible for the dwindling numbers of the Hawaiian monk seal. Of all the adversity facing the Hawaiian monk seal, one issue stands out: their lack of genetic diversity. In order to gain data on this pending problem, every seal included in the population assessment conducted by NOAA Fisheries between 1994 and 2007 was genetically profiled. The results concluded that the Hawaiian monk seal has the lowest genetic diversity of any other mammal tested to date. This could be due to the severe case of overhunting that occurred within the late 1800s, the potential that the population has always been small and genetically undiverse, or a possible exploitation of the species before human interaction took place. Although many of the challenges facing the Hawaiian monk seal may not be solved by a strong and genetically diverse population, the lack of genetic diversity poses a unique threat and a daunting threat. The lack of genetic diversity of the Hawaiian monk seal can be very harmful by leaving them vulnerable to disease and environmental conditions, by potentially keeping the population small, and by hindering any chances of regrowth in the population. The lack of genetic diversity in the Hawaiian monk seal leaves a population increasingly vulnerable to adversity such as fluctuations in the environment and disease. In recorded history, these two issues have not been the leading causes of the drastic state of the Hawaiian monk seal, but the potential for harm is there. On the main Hawaiian Islands, the threat of disease lingers due to feral animals and animals kept by humans such as pets and livestock. Further, although the changes in the environment have not been enough to directly affect the species itself, it has affected the organisms that the Hawaiian monk seal relies on for food. Therefore, the possibility that oceanic changes could be detrimental to the Hawaiian monk seal population in the future is not far out of reach. When studying the genetics of the Hawaiian monk seal, it was discovered that the species had always had a genetic diversity problem. The overhunting event in the late 1800s definitely exaggerated the issue, but the genetic diversity of the species was never robust to begin with. It is cited in various studies that since the Hawaiian monk seal population is smaller than marine mammals with a wider geographic range, the genetic diversity of the species was always limited. Since this is a characteristic of small populations, the inherent lack of genetic diversity in the Hawaiian monk seal may be a large contributing factor to keeping the population small. Lack of genetic diversity poses an immense threat to the ability of the Hawaiian monk seal to effectively cope with environmental changes and disease, but most of the threats facing the species do not include these two categories. The lack of the genetic diversity in the Hawaiian monk seal will not likely lead to a more aggressive decline in population numbers, but will most likely inhibit the ability of the species to recover and grow after other stressors have hurt the population. This does not immediately condemn the species to extinction, though. The northern elephant seal, another mammal which experienced a hit to genetic diversity, most likely due to an overhunting event, was able to overcome this obstacle. The evidence does not stand in favor for the Hawaiian monk seal to be as resilient, however, with the population still in steady decline after overhunting incidents and habitat loss. Fortunately, the Hawaiian monk seal has never been at a loss for attention. Whether it is because of the novelty of a marine mammal inhabiting only the islands of Hawaii, the fact that the species photographed so well, or the curiosity behind the unique lack of genetic diversity, research is not lacking for the species. Even NOAA Fisheries named 2017 the Year of the Monk Seal, a campaign to increase awareness and research of the species while celebrating the commitment of scientists and organizations to conserving this species. Although it seems all odds are against the Hawaiian monk seal, the attention and care the species receives makes it hopeful that it will continue to inhabit the Hawaiian archipelago as it has the last 10 million years. Thank you.